This conversation may be uncomfortable, but definitely beneficial. Let's dive in. Are you waiting for closure, or are you waiting for permission to move on? One, what people think closure is. People think closure sounds like this. I just need one more conversation. I just need them to explain why. I just need to hear it from them so I can move on. What you're really saying is, I need them to validate my pain. I need them to admit what they did. Well, I need them to confirm that I mattered. I get it. When something ends without explanation, it feels incomplete. It feels like a sentence with no period. Serious question. Since when did the person who hurt you become qualified to heal you? 2. The truth about closure. Here's the truth people misunderstand. Closure is not something people give you. Closure is something you decide. Because if closure depended on someone else, you would stay stuck as long as they stay silent. Most people will never give you closure. Not because they can't, but because they don't have the emotional depth. They don't want accountability. They simply don't care enough to explain. That right there is your closure. 3. Why you keep seeking it. Let's go deeper. You are not chasing closure. You are chasing clarity tied to your worth. You want to know, was it me? Did I do something wrong? Was any of it real? Because if you can understand it, you feel like you can control it. But hear me clearly. Not everything that ends comes with an explanation. And not everything confusing is meant to be solved. Some things end because they were never meant to last. 4. Hard truth moment. Let me say something that might sting a little. You already know enough. You just don't like the answer. You saw the inconsistency. You felt the distance. You noticed the shift. Instead of accepting it, you kept asking questions, hoping the answer would hurt less. The truth doesn't change based on how gently it's delivered. 5. What seeking closure really does. When you keep seeking closure from someone who already showed you who they are, you do 3 things. You reopen wounds that were trying to heal. You give them continued access to your emotions. You delay your own growth. Here's the dangerous part. Every time you go back for closure, you're silently telling yourself, my peace depends on them. You are lying to yourself. 6. What self-closure actually looks like. So let's talk about real closure. Self-closure. This is where your power is. Self-closure sounds like, I didn't get the ending I wanted, but I accept the reality I got. It looks like choosing peace over explanation, choosing distance over confusion, choosing yourself over unfinished stories. Closure is not about finishing the conversation, it's about ending the attachment. 7. Practical steps to create self-closure. Let's get practical, because I don't just want you inspired, I want you changed. Step 1. Stop expecting clarity from someone who created confusion. If they wanted to explain, they would have silence is an answer, avoidance is an answer, inconsistency is an answer. Accept it. Step 2. Tell yourself the truth without softening it. Not the version that protects your feelings, the version that frees you. They didn't choose me. They weren't consistent. They didn't show up how I needed. Say it. Own it. Heal from it. Step 3. Grieve what you thought it was. Part of the pain isn't just losing them, it's losing the idea of them, the potential, the future you imagined, the version of the relationship that never fully existed. Grieve that. But don't stay there. Step 4. Cut emotional access. You cannot heal from something you keep revisiting. Stop checking their page. Stop replaying conversations. Stop looking for hidden meanings. Closure requires distance, not curiosity. Step 5. Redirect your focus. Every minute you spend trying to understand them is a minute you're not pouring into yourself. Ask yourself, what do I need right now to feel whole again? And then give that to yourself. 8. Powerful shift. Let me shift your perspective. Closure isn't about them finishing the story. It's about you deciding the story is over. Some chapters don't end with explanation. They end with acceptance. 9. Direct call out. Be honest with yourself. Are you really seeking closure, or are you hoping for reconnection? Sometimes closure is just a disguised attempt to reopen the door. If that's the case, be real with yourself. Don't hide behind the word closure when what you really want is another chance. Be clear, not every door is meant to be reopened. Some are meant to stay closed for your protection. 10. Your final empowerment. You don't need their words to move forward. You don't need their apology to heal. You don't need their explanation to understand your worth. Your worth was never tied to how they treated you. If you are waiting for closure, Let me free you today. Closure is not coming, at least not the way you want it. But peace is available right now. The moment you decide, I've seen enough, I've felt enough, I'm done waiting, that's closure. Now I want you to be real in the comments. Have you ever kept going back for closure, knowing it was hurting you more? Are you finally at a place where you are choosing yourself? Let's talk about it. See you in the next one.